Hello there, welcome to this channel. This channel is kind of different from what I normally do. I'm not sure if I'm going to give it a shout out to my prior channel, but this is Hero X Lab. We're going to be combining like real world science and like fictional science at the same time, and also a bit of philosophy while we're at it. So honestly, this is kind of like a side project I've been wanting to kind of do for a while, not going to lie. So these are the kind of videos I watch and really like to do. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this video. So without further ado, this is going to be a story between Chainsaw Man, and spoilers ahead for a bit of the manga and for the anime if you haven't watched or caught up to it. So please do if you're going to watch this video. So without further ado, let's get into it. We all know Chainsaw Man for being a crazy or freaky anime, but underneath it's really about connection and loneliness and what it means to be human. In this video, we're going to combine real science and the Chainsaw Man anime to explore why Denji craves love and affection. So, within the past year, it showed that researchers have studied that 1 in 3 men haven't experienced intimacy. At first, it may seem kind of funny, but it's actually very deep and kind of depressing when you compare it to Denji's story. Our brains release oxytocin, a bonding hormone that kind of releases when we're being touched, hugged, kissed, or feel like we genuinely matter. Denji craves this deeply because he never really felt valued as a child. Pulchito was like the only source of affection, and after losing him for giving Denji his heart, that only made his craving for, love and affection even more. So he started yearning for connection even more ever since. Denji's heart is good, but he doesn't always know how to express it. He wants intimacy, but he really doesn't. He really just wants to be seen, trusted, and valued. That is until he meets Makima. Gosh, I hate Makima, especially if you've seen the Reze movie. If you've seen that, then you know what I mean. So when he meets Makima, he kind of views her as like this goddess that like answers his prayers and gives him the essentials, food, guidance, attention, and gives him lots of pets, like head pets, you know what I mean, as love. And even the small acts of this mean the world to him because, as humans, it's kind of rare to kind of be shown affection. Okay, this opinion is going to be no offense to anybody out there, but especially towards men, no offense that, we don't get as much compliments as like the women do. But at the same time, you know what? I'm proud of every single person that's watching this video because you're getting through this day and you're stronger than how you think you are. So, I don't know, back to the subject. So, even these small little moments, where it's like, it feels so normal and so like, it feels genuinely normal to have these type of things and to be given and someone to be giving us these type of things. But if we really think about it, even the smallest of interactions with guys to any type of girl or anything, it feels like a miracle because they're like, oh, I didn't screw that up. And now it's kind of rare for him to feel affection, And the prime example of this is the Chainsaw Man Reze movie. And one of Denji's and Reze's first interactions, Reze is a bit touchy and like touches Denji's shoulder a lot. He's usually not used to physical affection, though Reze often leaves because, she's kind of like the spy of things. If you play Dispatch, then she's kind of similar to Invisigal in a way. But Denji keeps falling for her and keeps on returning. Heck, even there's a certain point where Denji wants to run away with Reze because he genuinely sees a future with her. But that's the thing. You often see couples returning to their exes because they rather start off a relationship that's someone that they actually know and experienced it with. Because think about it like this. Let me ask you a question. Would you rather go back to someone that you already know and have a personal bond with, or start fresh with the fear of the unknown that haunts people for a while? That stuff can really get to people. I believe that's why Denji keeps on like going for Reze, because no matter what, like Denji doesn't want to start fresh off the bat with someone else because the fear of the unknown gets to people. So, that's kind of how it reflects to real life. And Denji's attachment to Reze shows like powerful familiarity and genuine connection that they have. Heck, even in the post-credit scenes, it shows like an example of a bit of desperation. No offense to Denji, you're my goat, but still. In the post-credit scenes, it shows Denji waiting for Reze after Makima kills her. And Denji isn't aware of this, of course, because Makima wants to keep Denji as like her pet. Actually, Chainsaw Man, if we're thinking about it in a technicality way. But he knows, so he doesn't want to start off with someone new. He waits for Reze because he genuinely thinks that he was better off with her than to start off with someone else. Makima manipulates him into thinking that Denji needs Makima. He reflects a very human struggle, choosing between something that doesn't look like manipulation and authentic connection. Denji can't always tell the difference, which is why he's devastated when Reze disappears, but detached when dealing with Makima. And a bit of a spoiler for the manga if you don't know this, but you're probably not getting that second season until like 2027, if we're being honest. I don't think we're getting season 2 this year. But in the manga, Denji kills Makima because Makima kills, like, Denji's friends. And the reason why Denji isn't devastated is not because, like, Makima killed his friends. I mean, to be fair, I would be mad too, but that's not the only reason. And that's because, like, Denji never saw Makima as potential. Never saw Makima more than potential, unconsciously. Makima saw Denji as Chainsaw Man, a tool. Reze saw Denji as a person, a real life that works the same way, as people try to manipulate others again, and others value for who you are. Building genuine connection are the foundation for not just real intimacy, but just physical intimacy. Okay. In conclusion, Chainsaw Man isn't just a wild action or horror. It feels like a boy who genuinely wants to feel loved, valued, and Denji struggles to show his human craving and what it really means to feel connection, not just intimacy, to what builds up to that intimacy. A bit of a side note, by the way, let me just note you guys this. If you're watching this, you're doing so great, okay? Like, no matter what, if you're dealing with this and that, you're so strong for just simply dealing with it, man. So, yeah, Chainsaw Man isn't just that much of a freaky anime. It's very mature for underneath all the freakiness that you really see about it. And I feel like that really concludes a lot to real life situations and stuff like that. And not gonna lie, anime is really a great way to kind of get into that. And that's why I love Chainsaw Man. And another thing, the reason why Denji really wants to crave the intimacy, like I said earlier, it's not because, like, it's secretly masked as wanting to be valued, but because it's kind of like he's a bit dumb. So it's kind of like his own translated language in a way. So, and if we're going to be genuinely serious about the earlier topic about the whole, like, men and intimacy thing, it genuinely wasn't about intimacy. It was just about genuinely why do I keep on saying genuinely? It was just about how men didn't have enough courage to build the connection between anyone, really. And not gonna lie, man, it's a bit sad to see nowadays. It's a bit sad nowadays to see, people a bit lonely. But honestly, man, I believe that there's a person for everyone out there. And if you're watching this and you're currently kind of going through it, I just want you to know, man, you're doing so great. And messing up is just part of being human, man. Please, keep going forward. You're stronger than you think. I support everyone all that watches this video. Unless you're planning to, I don't know, bomb a place. I'm pretty much sure. I'm not going to support you for that. But I'll see you all later next time. Peace.